Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be an OU battle, and my opponent for it is going to be meatyMCspice. There we go. I found them on Discord because I was desperately looking for a battle, because I don't know if you people know this right now, but today is Independence Day, 4th of July, and I kind of wanted to have a battle using Braviary. So I figured, yeah, and so I looked for someone, and somebody was actually looking for a battle, and I was like, okay, I'll take you up on that. And I decided to use this team because this team has Braviary on it, and it's a team that I think actually does pretty well so far. But anyways, so yeah. But before I get into this battle, I just want to say Happy Independence Day to those who celebrate it, to those who don't, well, just Happy Wednesday. But anyways, let's get into the battle right now. This battle is a pretty interesting one. As you can see, both of our teams are not that like try-hardish OU-ish kind of, you know, like it's not hardcore OU. Even though this battle is an OU battle, it's not like full of try-hardness. Well, except Toxifix, because Toxifix is a really try-hardish kind of mod. But anyways, but so is Tapu Lele, so we're kind of even in that sense. So here we go. He led with Toxifix, I led with Tapu Lele, and I'm gonna, well, here I wanted to go for Psychic, but I am aware that he has an Incineroar, which he can definitely hard switch into, and if it's of the Assault Vest variety, it's definitely gonna take Moonblast for days. So I didn't want to risk that, so I just decided to hard switch into Rotom-H here, and he does go into Incineroar, so I thankfully predicted this, and he's gonna actually switch out and go into Gliscor now. And I was like, I went for Toxic because I thought he would stay in. I thought he would stay in and maybe go for like Darkest Lariat or something like that, but he actually ends up switching into Gliscor, which is kind of annoying. Makes me wish that I actually had Will-O-Wisp, because had I gone for Will-O-Wisp, or had I had Will-O-Wisp, I would have gone for it right here. This Gliscor would have been burned, but as you can see, that is not the case whatsoever. So now I'm forced to switch out because I can't really do anything with the Rotom-H, because Rotom-H is actually a defensive one here, not an offensive one. If it was offensive, I would have had a chance against it, but I don't. So I hard switch in the Swampert to at least try to hit it with a Scald. Well, actually I went for Roar as soon as I saw the Swords Dance, because if this thing has like the Groundium Z, he'd probably go for it. But if he tries to set up more Swords Dances, I might as well just phase him. He actually ends up going for Knockout, which knocks off my Yappa Berry, and then he goes into Mimikyu. This Mimikyu, I did not expect him to have freaking Wood Hammer. That's why I stayed in. Worst case scenario, I thought would have been the Never Ending Nightmare, or the Let's Cuddle Together, but nope. It was a freaking Wood Hammer. Like, I have honestly never seen Wood Hammer on a Mimikyu, in all honesty. So I was like, oh. So this is bad because I lose Swampert and now I get no Rocks Up, which could have been useful for that dang Incineroar. But here we go. I go into Rotom now. He predicts me to go for Volt Switch, and he goes into Gliscor. And now here I'm forced to switch out, go into Tapu Lele, hoping he goes for Swords Dance or Stone Edge if he's predicting me to stay in. But I definitely hard switch into Tapu Lele here because I didn't want him to get another Swords Dance and then just proceed to sweep me, because I think he can with this thing alone, honestly. Because Diancie cannot one-hit KO this thing, nor can the Magnezone, and nor can the Magnezone outspeed it. So Tapu Lele was probably the only thing that could even outspeed it, provided that this Gliscor was actually not max speed invested. Because if it was max speed invested, then I had to win a speed tie there, and if it was max speed invested, then I probably just luckily won this speed tie here and took it out with a Psychic, which is good because that Gliscor was honestly a threat. This gives him a free switch into the Incineroar though, which means now he gets to spam Darkest Lariat. The only thing I was hoping that can take it here was my Rotom-H, because Rotom-H is a defensive one here. So I was thinking, yeah, I can take at least one, right? I can thankfully take two, so, and with the leftovers recovery, I'm almost guaranteed to actually live another one. So I stay in and go for Toxic this time. This is what I wanted on this Incineroar, because if this Incineroar is of the Assault Vest variety, Volt Switch is not going to do a whole lot to Incineroar. So here he's going to go for another Darkest Lariat. After getting the Toxic here, I decided to get the Pain Split off right here, because this did a lot of damage to me with just 2 hits. So, and since I'm in the red and this thing is Toxic poisoned, I figured going for Pain Split here will definitely give me a lot of HP, albeit I'll have to take another Darkest Lariat in the process. But this Incineroar will definitely be weakened that in the following turn after I try to go for Volt Switch here. He should be in range of, actually, yeah, he should be in range of poison just taking him down. And then I get to see what he wants to send in, which is kind of bad in the sense that it does give him some switch initiative, but at the same time, my goal was just to get rid of as much of his team as possible, because I feel like the less he has on his team, the better my team fares. So here I'm gonna go for Volt Switch, like I said, and I think here I decided to go into, I think, Diancie, because Diancie resists Darkest Lariat, and I was hoping he'd still keep going for Darkest Lariat, because I don't think he'll try to go for Earthquake. If I stayed in, nothing would happen, so yeah, he goes for Darkest Lariat. My Diancie is able to take it, and it's relatively okay. Like, it's not that bad, because this Diancie is not even defensive vested, in all honesty. But here comes the real problem. He goes into this Sharpedo here, as you can see. And yeah, this Sharpedo, I have no switch-ins for it, so I had to kind of stay in all honesty. And I think here I tried going for Moonblast. Yeah, I do try to go for Moonblast. He does protect so that he can get the +1 speed. Now here, as you can see, okay, before anything, just know that this Diancie was supposed to be my Mega Diancie, but the reason why I have not Mega Evolved it whatsoever is because regular Diancie has a lot more bulk than Mega Diancie, and since this Sharpedo can basically now outspeed Mega Diancie, I figure it's better to just keep the regular Diancie intact and still hit it with a Moonblast, provided I live this Waterfall, which I was hoping I could, but unfortunately couldn't, so as a result, I just lose Diancie. So here I figured, okay, I can go into Magnetism because if he only has Waterfall and not Earthquake or anything like that, I can definitely just take this out with a Thunderbolt, which is exactly what happens, but not without this damn Sharpedo going for freaking Destiny Bond. Like, what the hell, man? Who on earth runs Destiny Bond on Sharpedo? In all honesty, it's not that great of a move anymore, especially since it got nerfed, because it's kind of like Protect now, and it actually fails in succession, so. But here we go. I do lose Magnezone, which it sucks because it doesn't really get to do much other than take out Sharpedo. But the Sharpedo went for Destiny Bond, so yeah, that really sucks. So here, on the double down, I decided to go in the Braviary because if this Tapu Koko, which was a possible mon that it could have come out on the double down, wasn't scarfed, I could definitely outspeed it and go for U-turn. I wanted to get some chip off on this thing before trying to attack it. Now, unfortunately, he does have the defense berry or the electric seed, I think it was. I don't know. I think it was the electric seed though. And got his defense up, so now this forces me to U-turn into Tapu Lele so that I don't take so much damage from any electrical hit. And yeah, because that's exactly what he does here. He goes for Electro Ball, which is kind of surprising. I've been seeing a lot of Electro Ball lately. I don't know what's so great about this move, in all honesty. But anyways, here he's gonna go for Roost. I thought he would switch out into Mimikyu so that I break the disguise and then it outspeeds my Tapu Lele and goes for Shadow Claw, but nope. He actually ends up staying in, going for Roost, hoping he can, I guess, live a Psychic from Tapu Lele in Psychic terrain, boosted by Choice Specs. I don't know. But he ends up losing Tapu Koko in the process, which means no more Electric terrain, which is really, really good. And now he's going to go into Mimikyu, which still has the damn freaking disguise up. I was trying to get rid of it earlier, but I wasn't expecting him to take out my Swampert with freaking Wood Hammer. So I hard switch into Braviary, hoping he goes for Shadow Claw here, but he actually doesn't. What he ends up doing here is actually going for the Z Splash here, which at first I thought was scary, but then I remembered that Z Splash only raises the attack to +3, but does not raise the speed, so my Choice Scarf Braviary still threatens this Mimikyu. And what I'm going to do right here is just go for the U-turn, so that Braviary can get out of there, and I can sack my Rotom, which is still in the back of my team, weakened, so it's definitely death fodder here. So that's exactly what I do here. I send in Rotom Heat, and he's going to go for Play Rough, so thankfully I switched out and not try to go for Brave Bird, because if he did, then, or if I tried going for Brave Bird while it had its disguise up, it would definitely be able to attack me and definitely take out my Braviary with a Play Rough. So here, now I go into Braviary and try to go for Brave Bird here to take out the Mimikyu, but he's now going to actually switch out into the Toxapex, which hasn't shown up whatsoever because of the Tapu Lele. But here I tried going for Brave Bird. Here, in all honesty, I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to 2-hit KO this Toxapex, but unfortunately, because I didn't get rocks up, it doesn't seem to be the case whatsoever. And on top of that, it has Black Sludge, so I probably would not have been able to take it out even had I gotten the rocks up, in all honesty. So here I stayed in going for another Brave Bird because, in all honesty, I was kind of afraid of him just trying to double out into Tapu Lele, because the HP that it lost right now, this Toxapex, he can easily get back with Regenerator if he just switches out. So I thought he was gonna try to switch out here. So, but he actually didn't. He actually stayed in and went for Recover. Now this put me in another 50-50 where I actually had to decide whether or not I wanted to switch into Tapu Lele now, predicting him to stay in, or would he actually double out and predict me going into Tapu Lele and him going into Mimikyu as a result. But thankfully here, as I switch in Tapu Lele, he actually ends up staying in, going for Recover. So that means I can just take out the remainder of his team with Tapu Lele. Well, maybe not the Mimikyu, but Braviary definitely can take it out because it's Choice Scarf, and the Mimikyu was clearly not Choice Scarf, it was Z-move, so yeah. So I do take out this Toxapex with a Psychic, And now here his last Pokemon's gonna be Mimikyu, which has its disguise broken, which means it's not gonna survive a freaking Psychic. And it's not, if it's Sash, it's, well, which it's not because it's a Z move, but still, it's not gonna survive anything is what I'm saying. Here I thought he would outspeed me and go for Shadow Claw, but he turned out to have Shadow Sneak instead, so I was like, oh, okay, then I'm fine. I thought he would have honestly tried going for the, what's it called, the Play Rough, but if he didn't have Shadow Claw, that is. But he didn't, he ended up going for Shadow Sneak. I don't know if it's because he forgot that the Psychic Terrain was up, but, or he thought I was Scarf or something, but, I mean, Shadow Sneak, or both. But Shadow Sneak doesn't affect Tapu Lele if it's in Psychic Terrain. And I wasn't Scarf, so... why he went for Shadow Sneak, I don't even know. Maybe he forgot or something, I don't know. But yeah, that was a really close battle. And I was actually really happy that my Braviary actually got to put in some work, kind of. Like, it took out the... Well, actually, it didn't take out anything, did it? It just pressured his team a little bit. Like, it went for a U-turn on Tapu Koko when it needed to, so that I can get Tapu Lele in. And then it U-turned again to get a free switch into Rotom for fodder. Like, it literally just came in just to pivot, which is kind of odd. I was kind of hoping that the Mimikyu would actually outspeed Tapu Lele, go for Shadow Claw, take out my Tapu Lele, and then I was hoping I'd be able to finish off the battle with Braviary, but that didn't happen, I guess. Oh well. It's kind of anticlimactic in all honesty, especially because I was trying to end this battle with Braviary, considering today is the 4th of July, but I guess it's not going to happen. At least Braviary was in the battle, in all honesty, and this battle was still relatively close. That I thought it was a pretty good one, in all honesty. So, anyways, thank you all for watching this battle, and good game to meatyMCspice, and I'll catch you guys all for the next battle, but for now, just take it easy.